let's head on over. Let's get this thing underway. Who do you want to start off with for today?
Let Zach Wilson work.
Do some Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So we're looking at Zach Wilson. This is preseason week 1. Yeah, I think they play the Giants in preseason week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you take it away?
Yeah, they're coming out in what will be pretty standard shotgun 11 personnel. They're going twins left, and the defense is countering that with a nickel package. And we think that they're running just straight cover 2 zone. So the reason I picked this particular play, because the clip that we use is every single, there is his highlights or something like that from the preseason.
Yeah.
So the reason I picked this play is, to me, Zach Wilson, obviously we're going to get to the number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence, in a little bit, but Zach Wilson being number 2, he's the one that came on kind of out of nowhere last year and really got a lot of momentum. He's got an amazing arm. It's not Mahomes or Rodgers or Josh Allen.
It
but
could develop into that.
It could, but he's got natural arm talent, which he doesn't need the full base, the full mechanics to stay. He doesn't have to stay in rhythm to complete passes. But on this play, he does get a chance to. And this is when everything goes right. This is what Zach Wilson can do to a defense, and it's really tough to stop.
No, for sure. I've had a lot of fun learning about Zach Wilson over the last, 6 months or so. He did shoot up the rankings in it with a really good pro day.
Well,
and a lot of people thought Trey Lance, a lot of people thought Justin Fields was going to be number 2, and Zach Wilson busted his hump to it. He's a special player, and he did bring up a lot of interesting points, right? They always say, when there's these certain things as a quarterback that you have to do when you're throwing a ball, and Zach Wilson, I think, he's very raw. There's no doubt about it. He's very raw when it comes to playing against NFL defenses. But I think he has this sixth sense in a way where he could, like I said, he could end up making some of the craziest throws you've ever seen, and go against all quarterback physiology, so to speak, technique, and just kind of break that down. So, but we're gonna watch this play. There's 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. This is preseason week 1. The Jets at the Giants, even though, they're both pretty much home. But it is 3rd and 6. That is the situation. Let's watch this play unfold.
Relevant in this year's draft, but he's trying not to be.
3rd and 6. Wilson with time completes it.
Talent, this is what I'm talking about. Great anticipation, ball's out, receiver's right there. Just a good job by Wilson getting the ball out on time. Receiver out of
Georgia.
Is that Corey Davis too?
it was.
Okay.
Yep. They got great chemistry.
Already, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Which is really cool to see. All right, let me rewind this a little bit. Okay. So like you said, we have 11 personnel. And again, for those who are new to this show, don't want to, just pretend like you've been listening to us the whole time. 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end on the left side. And we called it what? Shotgun twins left?
Yeah, we'll go with shotgun twins left. You've got your tight end line up in that offset spot where it's kind of like an H-back roll.
Right.
Yeah.
It looked like, was he in motion? I wonder if he was in motion. The way he's standing up, I wonder if he was in motion at all.
Yeah, I don't know. The previous clip bleed too much into this one, and we didn't get to see him go over?
So.
I think so too.
I think so too. I didn't catch anything when we were watching the original playthrough. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, he was. Oh, it started a little bit early.
Yeah.
So he was in motion.
Yep.
And I actually learned this from Andrew this past weekend. Here, let's get to it here.
He's the guy that's physical,
He's
instinctive, and
he did have somebody follow him. And Andrew did mention, this is maybe something that it may not be in this instance, but, sending a guy in motion can test and determine whether it's a zone or a man coverage.
It can, and it normally does, especially if it's a wide receiver from the boundaries going in motion. It's a little tougher when a tight end does it because they're a nickel. They may just have a tight end that he likes to stay. They line him up on the strong side,
right,
and the other one always lines up on the weak side. So that's something that you'll see them do. Now, it doesn't mean that he's going to stay in man and just take that tight end. It just means that they like him lining up over top of the tight end.
I see. Okay.
So
And it's probably better that way anyways because, I mean, legit, most of the offense is the potential weapons are mostly on that side anyway.
rarely do you ever purposely go unbalanced on defense. Just for that, you need numbers over there.
No, for sure.
So
For sure. All right, let's watch how this play unfolds. Let me know when you want me to stop it.
Relevant in this year's draft, but he's trying
Okay, right
not
there.
to be.
So the downside to the picking this play to look at it, I will acknowledge at the top, which is Corey Davis is his first read. Okay,
Yeah.
and
And it's important to acknowledge. It's good to acknowledge.
Yeah. So he's not moving through his progressions at all. He trusts what he saw pre-snap to what he just saw post-snap, and he was pretty confident that they're playing cover 2. And the route concept is a good cover 2 beater because you have a comeback route from Corey Davis, and that is putting the cornerback who's dropping into a zone in a bad position because he's already dropping off. He's already giving space to that wide receiver.
Right.
So now when you're asking that receiver to come back to the ball, there's even more space in between them. So it's a really good concept. It's a really good call for the situation, 3rd and 6. You knew that there was a pretty good chance that they would try and just play zone here and try and get home with
Yeah, a
the
little
front.
bit of a. Not so much an official prevent defense, but yeah, just trying to get your defense off the field. But do you think that? I mean, that knowing that was his first read, do you think that made the timing that much better on the throw?
Right. It definitely leads to the fact that if he didn't need to move his eyes off at all, his mechanics can stay dialed up on the same side of the field. So when you move progressions from looking left to moving and looking right, you need to have your feet correspond to where you need to throw to.
Right.
Now, because he starts with it looking left, and he's already got his left foot is forward pointed towards Corey Davis, he's already got his forget what they call it. They actually when they are able to line up the shoulders with the hips, maybe squared or something. I don't know. There's a specific term that they like to use, but this is all leading to him able to create velocity in a very mechanical way, not a special arm way like he can do,
Right.
which is platforms all off, feet mechanics are completely gone, and just making a crazy across the body throw, which he can do. But here he's dropping back, he's making his read, and he's gonna drive this ball. And watch how quickly it leaves his hand. This is maybe my favorite thing about this play, is how quickly it
3rd
goes.
and 6.
That velocity's quick. That's really quick.
I actually think that him and Fields have the strongest arms as far as the intermediate routes.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Trevor Lawrence can air it out. We saw obviously Trey Lance he's got big time
arm
down
yeah.
the field arm talent. But as far as just pure drive it on a rope, like a frozen rope, I love the way Zach Wilson can spin the ball.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
That was a cool little dink there. I like that. Let's rewind it.
This is everything going right. This is what Zach Wilson can look like.
Right.
He's the guy.
I mean, he has an uphill battle too. There's no doubt about it. With this offense, with the Jets historically being the way that they are.
Yep.
But seeing things like this, and again, it's not going to be perfect all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be. You're not going to get this. The ideology, the efficiency, the delivery of this pass every single time. That Zach Wilson's out there, but the fact that it is there in a little bit has to be a little hope. Provide a little bit of hope for this team.
Physical, instinctive, and
Yeah.
he's Mr. Irrelevant in this year's draft, but he's trying not to be.
3rd and 6. Wilson with
Yeah. It was perfectly timed.
Yeah.
Perfectly timed. It speaks a lot because I think every young quarterback needs that. You have to have a wide receiver you can trust. And Corey Davis is not bad. Not bad. I'm surprised. I'm still surprised that Tennessee let him go. But I mean, this could be a wonderful connection. Corey Davis is still young. I think this is his fifth. This might be his 5th year. I think they cut him. Did they cut him before the 5th year option? No, they might have.
He was.
I think I know they declined his 5th-year option.
Yeah, he was 2015. The year.
Okay,
after.
so this is his 6th year. This is his 6th season in the NFL, and this could be the birth of something really, really cool. You have a guy who's been there. Corey Davis is played in an AFC Championship game. He's that good, and to give to have that chemistry already with a young quarterback, there's a lot of potential there.
Yep.
Time completes it.
Talent, this is what I'm talking about. Great anticipation, balls out, receivers right there. Just a good job by Wilson getting the ball out on time.
Little hop and a skip in front too. Like he didn't have, it was just enough space. I think I want to acknowledge that the most. It was just enough space. Let's see.
Fastball.
He's a guy that's physical, instinctive, and he's Mr. Irrelevant in this year's draft, but he's trying not to be.
3rd and 6. Wilson with time completes it.
Talent, this is what I'm talking about. Great anticipation,
Yeah.
balls out, receivers right there. Just a good job by Wilson.
Those are hard. Those are hard. Out routes are very difficult to throw too. It's we've talked. I mean, like we've already mentioned, the timing was good, but you have to be perfectly timed when you're executing those. How many times have we seen a quarterback attempt to go for an out route and a safety comes and picks him off and runs it back into the end zone?
Yeah.
You've seen it dozens of times.
And it's a really good route by Corey Davis because he really drives on that cornerback and makes sure that he gets his inside hip to the outside of the corner.
Yeah.
So that way, when he cuts his route off and he works back towards the ball, he has put himself between the defender and the ball. So as long as Zach Wilson is fairly accurate, he doesn't even have to be that accurate. As long as he's just fairly accurate, either way, right or left, Corey Davis became a real good quarterback friend there, which is I'm going to do part of the work here for you, and I'm going to give you an easy target to throw
yeah,
to.
he created a lot of separation. That should be acknowledged. The whole psyche, that thing too. A lot of people, it's so easy when you're sitting on one side of the TV to be, well, how did that quarterback give up that play and this and that? Man, you're in the moment. You're in the zone. You're watching his footwork. You're trailing him. You got to be right. And then, and this is the idea of an out route. It's a stop. You're going, you stop, and that gives you the defender has to react. So that's the psychology in that. So I think it's just a really great route on the part of Corey Davis.
I really don't like the way the cornerback played it either, because we think, as best as we can tell, that they're running cover 2.
Right.
So that means they have safety help over top. So if Corey Davis is going to drive at you like that, and you're going to give him the sideline from you to the sideline over, then put yourself in better position to undercut him. Don't let him get to in front of you in a spot where you can't make a play on the ball.
Right.
And that's kind of what happens is first off, he gave way too much cushion probably to start. He was probably doomed from the snap of the ball, in all honesty. And
Who
then
the heck is this
he
guy?
didn't leverage it properly. If you have
Get
a
the ball out
safety
on
over
time.
top,
Williams, I
you
don't
should
even-
judge. You should better judge this.
Yeah. All right. Let's watch it one more time, see if there's anything else we can pick up on. Talk it through. Oh, and our block by a running back friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The running back makes a great
Visual
block here.
listeners, visual watchers, listeners, watch this, and I'll explain it after for audio listeners.
Instinctive, and he's Mr. Irrelevant in this year's draft, but he's
Yeah.
trying not to be.
Good pocket.
3rd
Oh.
and 6. Wilson with
Beautiful.
time completes it.
Talent, this is what I'm talking about.
All right. So for our audio listeners, what happened here is the running back was going to pick up a block, and he actually knocked down his right tackle, which is a big no-no. It's a
Yeah.
big no-no.
Irrelevant in this year's draft,
He could have
but he's
jeopardized
trying
this whole
not to
play.
be.
He
3rd
he
and
bumped right in the
6.
back,
Wilson with
and that edge rusher was probably, I got him. Probably feeling really good about that one. So, all right, very good. Is there anything else you want to add to this before we move on?
No, just that I drafted Zach Wilson in my draft today.
Very good. You excited?
Yeah, love him.
Green 18! Green 89! Hut! Green 3!
yeah, spot.
Blue